This AI music stuff is getting more insane, pervasive, and it's just infecting everything. And
That's the first time I think I actually ever agree with Fantano in my entire life, and he's right. He's right. AI music is sort of on the verge now, and that's what we'll be talking about today. But it's not just AI music in general; it's AI everything, and I feel like the the dead internet theory is coming alive as we speak, right in front of us. In the next, I would say 5 years, but the way AI is working. I would say in the next 2 to 3 years, there's just gonna be more AI than people on on the internet. I know there is right now, but like tenfold more AI bot accounts, stuff like that, and just AI content in general. And it just begs the question, like, what are we, what are we here for? You know, what are we here for? But this is just gonna be like a quick, unscripted, unedited sort of video. Because recently I saw this band called Velvet Sundown on my Instagram, thanks to James Blake. And yeah, these lot, as you can clearly see, aren't real. They are AI, completely AI. Apparently, the law behind it is it's one or multiple guys, and they're sort of running this AI band, and what they're doing is just testing out to see what AI can do in the music industry and how it can be bad for artists in this day and age. So it's sort of like an experiment. That's what some people are saying, but some people are saying that this band has been made by the top corporations such as Spotify to, minimize paying out artists, because if they can just make AI slop for people to listen to, then that's fine. Because like, look, loads of people scroll on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, whatever you use every single day. No one is not doing that. Everyone is doing it or has done it at least once. And there's AI slop absolutely everywhere. We're not getting away from it. Stupid AI memes and like AI everything essentially nowadays. And it's funny, but it is slop. It is slop that we are consuming every single day. And at what point is, human creation just going to disappear, because more and more AI content is just coming and we don't actually seem to care. We're just enjoying it. So the normal average Joe of the world who, scrolls all these different platforms doesn't really care about what is being shown, because, you know, they they just want a quick dopamine hit. And more stuff is happening nowadays. Of course, the first people that were like sort of affected by this AI shift were actual, graphic designers and stuff like that. They were like the main people that got affected by AI, because when AI was first around, that's what it mainly focused on, creating images, creating pictures. It was very, 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 very poor compared to what it is now. But that's only been 5 years. AI has been around for quite a long time. I remember like back in 2019, there was like this Drake website you could go on, and like you could write anything, and then a Drake AI voice would like clone the words to make it sound like say anything. But now you got like deep fakes and absolutely everything you could ever imagine. But yeah, the first like real sort of hit was the graphic design sort of art industry, and it sort of moved on to like videography now with Google VEO. It's very, very good and very scary, but it's still not as good as an actual artist. But like I said, it's only been a number of years. So in another 5 years' time, it could be game over for a lot of industries, which is quite scary. Of course, people say you need to adapt and stuff like that, but in my opinion, look at this. Like, there is just like, this is just not even good. I don't even know why people are even giving it too much attention. I don't know why all these followers are here. I think they're all just AI bots. Let's have a look. They must be all just AI. The first guy is actually called AI. This one is called Emma Graham. Are they AI? I think, yeah, they are. They are AI. As you can see, they are just AI influencers on Instagram, just following this account. And let's go onto their Spotify, because they have recently actually, I think, reached like 900,000 monthly listeners. If you type up Velvet Sundown, there we go. Their song Dust on the Wind pops up immediately. And yeah, 937,000 monthly listeners. And on X, I did see that apparently most of these monthly listeners are bots. But because it's being run by Spotify, I don't think they care. Because as an artist myself, as a musician myself, and probably other fellow musicians know, if you are cool with even one bot follower on Spotify, they will knock you down. They will knock you down and they will like strip you of everything. That's what it feels like. But these guys, because they're AI and because they want to push AI, they do not care. So yeah, I would say probably about half of these monthly listeners could potentially be bots. Maybe 80%, but I'm saying at least half of these monthly listeners could be bots. And I know they've gained quite a bit of traction as well. So I think people are just listening to these songs just to see what they're like, especially Dust on the Wind, as you can see, 880,000 streams already on that. But in about a month's time, yeah, that's going to probably go back down. But I mean, for now, that is crazy numbers for an AI artist. And obviously, someone that's made quite a bit of a name recently, Bob Vylan, even they have less monthly listeners than that, which is just saying a lot. I think they're on like about 488,000 monthly listeners. This is someone, or this is people who actually, want to spread something and also, share what they believe in and create something that they believe in as well. Because I'm only using Bob Vylan as an example because he has been pretty much everywhere, or they have been everywhere in the news recently because of what they did in Glastonbury. And even with that amount of traction, they're still getting less than, let's go back to Velvet Sundown. So it's very, it's very upsetting as an artist to see what is going on right now. But I mean, that's the world we live in. The top dogs, the Spotifys of the world, they really want to push AI because, like I said, capitalism is cruel, man. Capitalism is cruel, and they just want to make as much profit as possible. And think about it, like the Velvet Sundown, they're not real. If it is a couple of people doing this AI experiment, then they're doing it for an experiment. But if it is actually someone at Spotify making this band or making this account, then they can easily generate revenue for themselves, generate revenue for Spotify, which of course they want because they want as much money as physically possible. And it's scary because we don't get much as it is anyway on Spotify. Any artists know that you barely get like anything, even for 1 million streams, like it's barely anything. So wanting to strip that away and replace us with AI, like, why? Yeah, going back to Anthony Fantano's TikTok, as you see, the first comment is an AI model as well. Like most of the people supporting this are just AI. So yeah, this is literally just the dead internet theory. It's just a dead internet theory coming to tuition. It's actually really, really scary, man. Because for me, the big question is, what happens? What happens when everything gets taken over by AI? Everything we watch is taken over by AI. Everything we listen to is AI. Everything, even authors, everything we read, all the books could be in the future AI generated. What happens then? Online articles as well. What happens then? What are we doing? We're consuming AI. That's not what we live for. We are devolving as humans, I personally think, anyway. Because what is the point of living if everything we get is from a computer? Everything we have ever watched now is from a computer. Everything we consume is from a computer. There's no human element there. And as a species, I think we need that human element. Of course, AI does have its benefits, and a lot of people will say, use AI and learn AI to become better in a field. But, as any artist, like from graphic design to writing to music, it is just very scary because, yes, AI can help you with certain stuff, but what if everything just gets replaced? Everything we consume gets replaced by just AI. Okay, this is actually really scary. Wow. I literally just refreshed the page on Spotify. This is the same recording, literally like 2 minutes later. They're now at 1 million monthly listeners. Velvet Sundown are at 1 million monthly listeners. Some of my favorite artists, they're almost close to them. How? I feel like in the art industry, they really need to step up their game and help, humans other than AI, because humans will always make better art than AI. So I'm not even being funny. Like, their feet are stuck together. So, at least try in that department to make the images actually look good as well. But humans need other humans to connect with. They don't need AI slop. They don't need more AI slop. Use AI in a way where it can help you in your specific field, not to replace what we do right now and what we love right now as well. Because again, what are we going to do when that robot replaces us? What are we going to do when these four dons come out of nowhere and steal all of my listeners? I mean, this is probably okay if you are a radio station that just wants to play whatever's popular right now. Just, music to air. That's fine. Or I know some people do listen to AI artists when it comes to white noise or meditation music and stuff like that, because they don't really care what they're listening to. But if you want to feel something, these guys, they're not going to be it. And most of the time, you want to feel something when listening to music, when watching a film, when reading a book, when viewing a piece of art. You want to feel something, but there is nothing to be felt when listening to these guys' music. And the reason I'm not playing it is because I don't want to play AI slop in my videos at all. That's just not what I'm about. And then obviously you do have people saying, I hate this, AI is one of the worst things humans have created. I still don't mind AI. Like I said, it's a good tool, not a replacer, a tool that we can use. And I think in every field, every job field imaginable, it's good to have a tool that can help you. But I feel like as humans as well, we have become lazier and we've sort of allowed this shift to happen because we don't, we're too busy scrolling and we don't really care about what we see anymore. We don't care that someone's put, hours into a TikTok. We're just going to scroll past it if it's not interesting within the first 0.01 seconds, like we don't care. That's how cooked we are as a society in general, I think. And I mean, yeah, I think we do have ourselves to blame, but also think that the people right at the top need to properly sort this out, because I don't think this is on to make AI art as big as it has been. And I do feel bad for the people that first started it. Well, the people whose jobs were sort of taken right at the start, which of course are graphic designers and stuff like that. They've really had a hard time. But of course, an actual human creating graphic design and graphic designs in general are just going to be much better than AI right now. Because, like I said at the beginning of the video, we have seen the shift. And yeah, the next couple of years are definitely going to be quite scary. So stay tuned. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. It wasn't exactly by the script. I just wanted to come on here and just share my views on this matter because, yeah, I saw it and I was like, I need to get a video on this ASAP. And I'm glad I did, because 1 million monthly... Oh, reload page. Are they still alive? I think they're still alive. Let's see if they're still alive. They're still alive. Okay, yeah. 1 million monthly listeners. It shouldn't be a thing. But like I said, most of them might be bots. But thank you for tuning in today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do videos like this again in the future. Just a quick one. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.